Hey, what's up, world? Thanks for tuning in. This is the one and only Copper Colored Tide. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Please like, share, subscribe today's video. Let's get it. Why foreigners label us Black and African American. I felt the need to do this video because I feel that most of us melanated people are taught and told to call ourselves Black and African American, and we don't know why. So I wanted to give a shout out to the indigenous one, Radine A. America, and Carter G. Woodson. I feel that they have some powerful information that I can share and that would be appropriate for this video. I also wanted to thank all the other indigenous communities and indigenous people out there that were kind enough to share their information, which allowed me to also put this video together. Let's go. Multi-millions, the majority of us melanated people never knew who we were nor what we are right now today. Indigenous inhabitants' identity theft is in fact what we've experienced. So why is this? Why is it that millions, the majority of us melanated people, never knew who we were nor what we are now today? Why is it that most of us melanated people are unaware of this identity theft? Three answers. We are confused, we are distracted, and we are being misdirected. Foreigners are convincing our melanated people to keep right when we really should be keeping left. When a race of people are confused, distracted, and misdirected, how are they supposed to function properly? How are they supposed to unify? How are they supposed to serve their true purpose here on Earth? What are some other reasons why we melanated people of America are so confused, distracted, and still being misdirected? Here are some other examples why. Rap music. Morgan Freeman explained it best. Why is melanated death so popular? Why is it cool for us to rap about killing each other? I get it. It's just entertainment. But if that's the case, why can't I rap about killing white people in every song? Why can't I rap about killing Jews, cops, politicians, and it be considered just entertainment? Some of y'all cringed just reading that last line. But if that's just entertainment, why does it matter? Who made melanated death the cool thing to glorify? Who made it cool for us to celebrate our own destruction? Another reason why we melanated people of America are confused, distracted, and being misdirected. Social media. Majority of us melanated people don't care about nature, our connection we had with Mother Nature. Most of our melanated people don't care about our melanated woman being the most intelligent being on planet Earth when it comes to our connection with the soil of America. Religion. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. When it comes to most, if not most, all of the modern day religion teachings we melanated people of America receive today are a foreign interpretation. It is specifically designed to benefit a foreign entity or a foreign group. You don't have to believe me. If you don't, that is fine. Education. If you watch and listen to my previous video, you will see how education is another reason why we are confused, distracted, and misdirected. The news. Whatever the news tell us to do, we do it. Whatever the news say, we believe it. The news will never tell our melanated people of America anything that will benefit us as one collective race. The news will never tell us anything that will restore our rightful position we once had here in America. And remember, the news is controlled by a foreign entity, a foreign organization, a foreign group of people, not yours. And don't forget the media in general, and many more. Any more reasons why we're confused, distracted, and misdirected? Why they keep telling us to go right when we should be going left? What are some more reasons? Of the hundreds of Negro high schools recently examined by an expert in the United States Bureau of Education, only 18 offer a course taking up the history of the Negro. And in most of the Negro colleges and universities where the Negro is thought of, the race is studied only as a problem or dismissed as of little consequence. Wow, 18 out of hundreds of Negro high schools. Also, we are not properly awakened, and the education system does not plan on properly awakening us anytime soon. No man knows what he can do until he tries. The Negro race has never tried to do very much for itself. The race has great possibilities. Properly awakened, the Negro can do the so-called impossible in the business world and thus help to govern rather than merely be governed. The Negroes go to one-room rented hovels to be taught without equipment and by incompetent teachers educated scarcely beyond the 8th grade. Why is he calling these teachers incompetent? Because all these teachers don't know anything about your ancestral heritage, your authentic culture, identity. They are doing one thing: reprogramming us and erasing our ancestral heritage, our authentic culture that we share here with America. Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson was alive, he stated, "The press is manipulating everything that's been happening. They do not tell the truth. They are lying. They manipulate our history books. The history books are not true. It's a lie. The history books are lying. You need to know that. You must know that." Why, out of all subjects, did Michael Jackson focus on history? What was so important about history that Michael Jackson was trying to tell you? If you don't know your history, how are you supposed to know if you are eating correctly? If you don't know your history, how do you know how to maintain a proper diet? If you don't know your history, how do you know that's your God and not someone else's? If you don't know your history, how do you know if you had a religion or what your religion even was? If you don't know your history, how are you supposed to know your true purpose in life? If you don't know your history, how do you know where you really come from and know what you are really supposed to do? If you don't know your history, how do you know your people came from Africa as slaves and not America and actually were prosperous, very powerful, highly advanced, intelligent people that outnumbered all foreigners of the land? If you don't know your history, how do you know the real so-called Native Americans is what the media or education shows us and not the melanated people of America, aka African American black people? Some sickos sing the song, say it loud, "I'm black and I'm proud," publicly proclaim black power, black supremacy, and black empowerment, yet they are actually powerless, pathetic people, incorrigible, indecent individuals who are indoctrinated instead of efficiently educated. Idiots intentionally ignoring intelligent incoming information equals invidious ignorance. Blacks and African Americans that know about this information, they ignore it and choose to promote the foreigner's agenda instead. Tell the average black person, hey, you know the first inhabitants of America were the Aboriginals, copper-colored races. Most blacks don't care. Here's a picture of me at an ancient cliff dwelling. Notice my skin color is identical to the soil. Notice my skin is not black. It's the color of copper, brown, or reddish. Tell the average black person, hey, you know we melanated people fit the description of the American Aborigines, and the Aboriginals are the first primitive inhabitants of the land, not the Native Americans. We were here first. Again, most blacks don't care. Look at this picture. The man in the picture on the left fits the description of an Aborigine. His hair is black. His facial hair is black. His t-shirt is black, but his skin complexion is brown, brownish, reddish, or copper color. Look at the man on the right. Hi, I'm the black guy. Some call me Blackie because I'm blackety black like that. If I was a black guy, I would look like this. Here is the black guy you've been talking about. Sorry I'm late. Again, I got lost because I was following my shadow. This is me in the eyes of the law. Non-existent because I look dead already. Why do we say this is me in the eyes of the law, non-existent because I look dead already? Well, this is why. Does black mean death in law? Socially and politically, black implies civiliter mortis, which means dead in the eyes of law. So how come we're not taught this in school? Because the foreign education system is not going to teach you this information. This is the type of knowledge that has the potential to properly awake the melanated people of America. First, there exists no nation of black Americans, nor is there a black America in any documented record. Black Americans are what is referred to in law as a misnomer, or collectively misnomers. As you well know, black is an adjective and is not a proper noun. Socially and politically, black implies civiliter mortis, which means dead in the eyes of law. Black American is not a nationality, nor is it a nation. Therefore, black has no political interest nor powers in the free national constitution that was prepared for all free national beings. The term black as a political term applied to indigenous populations that are being exterminated from their heritage soil by invading Europeans. They are the people to pillage. In order for this to be done, the males of the race no longer protect their earth soul life. To be labeled black does not mean you are the color black. All people who look like the soil of earth are under attack of femicide and genocide. America is not the United States. The United States is a corporation. Right now, today, terming themselves titles incorrectly, calling Caucasians the Americans, the American public, the American people, when we wisely know that they truly aren't actual Aboriginal Americans. They are actually immigrants. They talk about other immigrants coming to American soil, but really they are immigrants themselves. Their forefathers brought them to the soil. They do not originate from the soil. Most of the modern day nationalities that we see on TV are foreigners. The melanated people of America are the original inhabitants of Turtle Island. This is why Malcolm X said, we melanated people did not land on Plymouth Rock. The rock landed on us. This is why Martin Luther King said, we melanated people of America were here in America before the Pilgrims, before they wrote up the Declaration of Independence.
Our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America.
He said, our destiny is tied into the destiny of America, not Africa.
Our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America. Before the Pilgrim Fathers landed at Plymouth, we were here. Before Jefferson etched across the pages of history the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence, we were here. Before the beautiful words of the Star-Spangled Banner were written, we were here.
This is why he said, the Negro, we melanated people of America, find himself in exile in his own land, not Africa, America.
The Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and finds himself in exile in his own land.
Which is the main reason why he did not call himself black, nor did he recommend us, his melanated people, to refer ourselves as black neither, because of the connotative meaning behind black. Civil Rights Act is supposed to prohibit discrimination in education. Public education goes against the Civil Rights Acts. Their miseducation and false history has done nothing but confuse, distract, and misdirect our melanated people with lies, and still refuses to place us melanated people in our proper historical context. At the same time, it uplifts, embraces, empowers, and glorifies all foreign nations. It makes us think that foreign nations are superior to all, while the melanated people remain inferior to all, which is completely not true if you know real history. Think about it. Do the people who live in what is now known as Africa call themselves Africans? Or do they go by the names and concepts that they themselves have established through their bloodlines and languages? The term Africa is a conquest term given to the people after they were conquered by the Romans. The land was called Africa and the people called Africans. Foreigners are not classified as Asian Americans, Caucasian Americans, European Americans. Why are melanated people expected to accept the linkage to the African continent when the same is not expected to the delineation of peoples of other racial backgrounds? It is important to remain cognizant of the historical origins and implications of our word choice. Thank you all for watching.